Hello, my name is Matthew Marvin. I also go by the Poker Gypsy.
Coming from the bottom, moving straight to the...
Alright guys, if you guys have been following me for a while, you guys know that I love the van life, right? Semi-truck driver. When I'm not in a semi-truck, I'm usually in some type of van. When I'm on my own, I'm usually living in a vehicle, traveling, exploring. Let me tell you about a story when I became a victim of vehicle theft, and police officers did nothing but sit there and watch it. Stay tuned. Alright, so I roll up to a little city by Charlotte, North Carolina. It's called Pineville. Very small town, obviously. So it's not too far above the South Carolina. It's right there on the border. Now, South Carolina and busy North Carolina, two different places, right? Charlotte is actually one of the fastest growing cities in the U.S. right now. So anyway, I pull up to a little town, Planet Fitness, Pineville, North Carolina. 24-hour gym, big, huge shopping center. I go in, I get done with my workout. I'm tired. I don't feel like driving, okay? I'm a semi-truck driver. I know that when I'm tired, it's just better to just pull off on the road, sleep. Public safety hazard. I decided to go take a nap in the parking lot in the van. Now, mind you, this is private property, so you are taking a risk when you sleep on private property. This is nothing I'm not used to. It's nothing I haven't done before. Nothing I haven't prepared for. It's not uncharted territory for me, so I understand the rules. My plan was to take a nap, wake up, drive, or go back in the gym, get a workout. Didn't have nothing to do that day. I wake up to the tow truck driver's lights. And what they done chained my wheels. The problem is, there's no signs around. This is a huge parking lot. Legally, they have to have signs up at every entrance. This place did not. It had two way up front. If I'm not mistaken, they also have to have signs in the areas where parking is restricted, at least 25, 30 feet. Also, the signs have to meet a certain criteria. Okay, the letters have to be so big, the signs got to be so big. It's actually illegal signs. Okay, they took it down to the local print shop. They put some letters and words on like the cardboard pages and zip tied it to the poles. Every state has towing laws. And immobilization laws. Apparently, the laws don't apply in Pineville. They're too stupid to understand that this happens everywhere else. That's why I try to avoid small towns. Small towns equals small minds. Anyway, I understand the procedures. I see that there's no signs around. I say, hey, this guy's illegally booting my vehicle. I need police officers. Police officers get down there and say there's nothing they can do about it. Even though it's a legal procedure, doesn't apply to them in that city. They say the laws and regulations, which I told them about, only apply to towing, not immobilization. Which is crap because there's also consumer laws, yada, yada, yada. Look, even though I try, it's still not the citizen's job to educate the police on law. So the police do nothing about it. They just sit around and watch. I have to pay the tow bill. It was only $200, but still, like, what if I was a broke traveler just traveling? I was an unsuspected victim. Okay, the guy next to me was a hotshot driver. He just wanted a place to pull over for the night. As professional drivers, we understand to look for the signs, okay? There's no signs. Now, there's also laws that state that tow truck drivers can charge you only so much. Okay, there's a maximum they can charge you. Now, the last one I have records to was only $100. I got charged $200. The guy next to me, the hotshot driver, got charged $400. The local police department also told me that they recently had to stop this company from towing cars with people in it because they know that's illegal. Now, mind you, at this point, I've never driven through North Carolina. I've driven past it in a semi-truck, never been in the city. When you go explore the city of North Carolina, there are signs everywhere on private property. You can't find parking spots anywhere in the city. I'm talking about they're cracking down on vehicles. If you're a van lifer, the city is definitely not for you. Definitely avoid North Carolina. I mean, the money tow truck drivers make there probably is ridiculous, right? In this small town just outside of Charlotte wants to capitalize on that, which is all fine, but you're doing it in an illegal way. The very next day, they had a city council meeting. I stayed in town to catch that city council meeting. Stood up in front of city council, told them what was going on. The governor, never did this before in my life. Super nervous, but I got it done anyway. I stood up, I explained to him who I was, the fact that I traveled and played poker, also a business owner. Told him there was a legal business running in their city. Told him about the signs, I told him about the situation. Told him I had police officers out there already, the case has been noted. And at the end of my entire speech, even after I say, hey, how can you guys sit here and allow travelers, tourists, people who come visit your city to be victimized by this? After that whole speech, the governor just like, oh, let him do what he wants. It's his private property. And then I have to explain to the governor that private property laws are different, residential and commercial. Like, how are you a governor and don't know this? I try to get in contact with the owner of the plaza. He's got a restaurant in that plaza. He's not there, he's on vacation, but I talk to the guy who's left in charge, right? And I tell him, hey, look, bro, this is illegal. Like, so, what are you going to do about it? That's what they tell me. They basically just go tell me, just go f myself. And you know what? He's right, because the police ain't going to do nothing about it. If police and city council members ain't going to do nothing about it, then they could just do whatever they want. So when a vehicle is illegally towed or immobilized, it falls under vehicle theft. And it just blows my mind that police officers just sit by and watch it. Like, how are you an officer of the law and don't know the law? Like, we're at a point in time where citizens are teaching officers how to do their job. Not unspoke to lieutenants, chiefs, everybody. It's just sad, the level of legal knowledge that small towns have. It's ridiculous. It's 2023, people. So this may be another lawsuit. This is what I'm thinking about doing. I'm thinking about suing the police department, the city, property owner, and the towing company. Gotta find lawyers first.